What's up, guys? Nika Beard back this week with another chapter video. This week's chapter 1067. I'm really hoping we go into the Void Century. This has been long awaited. I really hope we go into it. Thankfully, I keep myself spoiler free. Thankfully. And last week I was like, I really think we either go to Law and them again somehow. I think that might be, I really think that'll be later though. But I really think we're finna dive into the Void Century, and I really hope I'm right. But let's get into the video. Into the chapter 1067, Punk Records. Oh, what? We're gonna go with the cover photo. Germa 66's Cold-Blooded Voyage number 24. I forgot. Who are you again? Judge versus Caesar? Wow, this is actually a cool panel. You see Ichiji and Yonji back here in the background. Their castle's still pretty destroyed. You got Judge right there. They both work together and he's forgotten him. That's just like somebody treat Caesar like that. He's the clown. Obviously, Caesar clown. We're going to move forward. Alright. Oh, we start with Bonnie straight out the gate. What happened to your head? It used to be like a massive light bulb. A most curious head. Yeah, that's for dang sure. It was getting a tad too long, so I cut it. You just cut your head? Yeah, she said it so nonchalant. I just cut it. We're not talking about hair here. As I recall, I was almost as tall as a giant when I met you. Look at, bro, his real head. What it got. Look at that thing, bro. Look how big it had done gotten. Jesus, man. It looks like he's got a big balloon on top of his head or something. I heard rumors about it being big, but it was an air balloon. That's literally what I just said. Well, that's because I ate the what? Whoa, brain fruit. I had a theory that it was going to be a devil fruit like that. But wait a minute, hold on. Does that mean he wouldn't have been smart without the brain fruit though? Or did it just increase his intelligence? I don't know. Is that gonna like make him less now though? Like seem less smart? It shouldn't, but I feel like it is. Maybe, I don't know. Pardon me. I bit my tongue. I meant to say I'm a brainy human because I ate the brain fruit. It allows me to memorize an unlimited amount of knowledge. Okay. So it just, okay. And makes my brain grow in size accordingly. Having an unlimited data bank is a handy ability for a born genius like me. Okay. Great. Okay. I'm glad it's clarified. It's not making him smarter. It just allows him to memorize the stuff. And then it makes, that's why his brain got bigger. Okay. It's like storing files in a filing cabinet. You got to get bigger. And so that means his brain is stored somewhere. I know some people probably say this means that's why he's so smart. Which technically maybe a little bit, but memorizing things doesn't mean you're smart. It doesn't, because you still have to be able to put the pieces together from the things you've researched and things you've done to be able to come up with the things he's come up with. It's not just from memorizing things. He's created what he's created. Now I have the largest brain in the world and it continues to grow. Still? Did you put it somewhere? That's awesome. Have you got tons of medical knowledge too, Dr. Vegapunk? Naturally. Oh. So we might get some. Chopper might get an upgrade in his medical here. Whoa. Does that mean you're dumb now? God. What? Because you cut your brain out? Don't write off a genius, you rascal. See this apple here? It's an antenna. An antenna. Imagine that. Are we going to get to see where his brain's at now? Take a gander at the top of the island. Notice how it says Punk Records. Under the giant egg. That's the hangar where I keep my brain. Okay then. So where Frankie and them are, that's where it is. So that's where they're all working right now, where the Seraphim is. What? Isn't that way too big? There's no harm in me being away from it since my antenna can pick up the brain waves. That's wild. That's like next level stuff, like cyberpunk stuff. And further. You met a little girl earlier. Yeah, she wasn't like very little though. Her face looks like a little girl, but she definitely doesn't look small. Who called herself Vegapunk, right? That's one of my clones. There are 6 on the island. You're a ninja? Luffy. Each one is a facet of myself and an expert of their own key field of study. I like how he carries himself with his hands in the pocket. He seems like somebody who's like a doctor or something. He really does like have that stance about himself when he's standing there talking, that he is like who he says he is, like he's a genius. You get my full personality if you combine them, but they can get 6 times the work done apart. What the? 05 Wrath Atlas. 03, well, we'll go, what the? Each of them connects to Punk Records once a day to synchronize our memories and knowledge. Since their dispositions and responsibilities are so different, the wealth of their experience is much greater. That's crazy. So they all, okay, 05 Wrath, Atlas, 03 Flare, Edison, 01 Logic, Shaka, 02 Evil, Lilith, 04 Wisdom, Pythagoras, 06 Desire, York. That could be a key weakness. Since they have to link up once a day, that could be used to hurt them in some way. I know it can. Because it's like uploading memories, even though they're living, that could possibly, potentially wreck their minds in a way, like wrecking a modem, like sending a virus. You all share the same brain? I find it difficult to wrap my head around that. Yeah, I'd agree. Just think of it as sharing the same library. If only... Just think of it as sharing the same library. If I could let everyone in the world connect to my brain, all of humanity would have access to my knowledge. Then, if the population of the world went on to update Punk Records themselves, it'd create a sea of information that would surpass what my brain can accomplish alone. Humanity would share one mind. That sounds dangerous. You are a dangerous individual. What could be done with that tech is insane. Share one mind. Yeah, that means you could also control everybody as one mind. So I'd be able to study medicine from all over the world? Naturally. I like that. Naturally, my good sir. Woo! But if you let everyone share their conflicting ideologies, wouldn't all that bias lead to trouble? You sure are a sharp one, Knight of the Sea. But science would never progress if you spent all day worrying about stuff like that. Pe 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 pe. Is that going to be his laugh? Pe 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 pe. That's your problem, Vegapunk. Clank, you shrug off sacrifices in the name of progress. That's why Dad's been turned into a heartless weapon. Oh, snap. She pulled the lightsaber out. Boom! Why? Stop it, Bonnie. That beam saber is defective. It don't look defective. What does he mean by defective? He said Kaido's devil, like the fruit Momonosuke said, was defective. But it didn't look defective, and that doesn't look very defective. Give it a rest. I know it cuts well enough. I tested it earlier. Turn my dad back to normal. If you even think about saying no, don't be hasty, Bonnie. Killing him would make you a lot of enemies. Hit the off switch, Bonnie. Okay. Are we fixing to get the backstory? We need to know why that beam attracts a ludicrous number of bugs. Huh? That's why. So what's the side effect of Momonosuke's devil fruit then? Yeah! Look at the bugs. Crackle, crackle. Check it out, Bonnie. A giant stag beetle. This isn't the time for beetles. Look at her. She fainted. That makes perfect sense. Of course, Bonnie wants me dead. It's ironic that one of my many failures saved me. Oh, it's like a bug killer zapper. I got you. Speaking of which, you guys were recently in Wano, correct? You wouldn't happen to know whether a dragon just like Kaido really appeared there. My question that I just asked, and I have asked multiple times, is it going to be answered? Oh, you're talking about Momo. I suppose he ate the defective fruit I left on Punk Hazard. Defective, what do you mean? That was an artificial devil fruit I synthesized. I made it after 20 years of researching Kaido's lineage factor. It cost countless resources, but I couldn't get it quite right. Oh, so that's why he's the same as Kaido. But it worked out just fine. He can still spit fire and he's super strong. He's a guardian deity of Wano now. You really made that? Awesome. And his color? Pink. Drat. You see, another... That's what the failure is? It's literally something as simple as this pink. I can say, as a perfectionist, I get it. I completely get it as a perfectionist. 100%. But still, that's what he considers it to be a failure, is because it turned the scales pink. Whatever. I can't believe that's what it ended up being, but I can believe it all at the same time. What's wrong with that? I get it. He's a genius and a perfectionist. Exactly. What about this robot? You made it too, right, old man? Make it move. I'm afraid you're mistaken. This is the legendary Iron Giant that attacked the Holy Land of Marijoa about 200 years ago. 200 years ago? Yes, but it was built over 900 years ago. No way. So hold on. This is from the Void Century, most likely. But it was activated 200 years ago. Who activated it? Who tried to take on the world government with it? So this is going to get, man, the rabbit hole. I'm telling you, I said this last time. The rabbit hole, deeper and deeper and deeper. Let's get into this. Its objective remains unknown. I heard it ran out of power before it could cause any casualties. Either way, I'm sure the scientists of the time were absolutely flabbergasted. Such advanced technology would have seemed totally alien to them. Look how big it is. It like towers over everything. Like it's looking over the buildings. None of them could tell where it came from or what it was trying to do. It seems the world government ordered its destruction, but the scientists of the time couldn't help their curiosity. Of course not. That's why they hid it here to be passed down without the government's knowledge. You're on a government island and they don't even know about it. And Luffy ran. I'm telling you, the government is just a bunch of fumblers. That's all the government is. Or they just really trust in their people to get rid of stuff and they don't. Good job on finding this place. From the town, the entrance should look like a wall. We just stumbled here since we are all old and senile. Oh, what? Oh, gosh. When Bonnie turned them old. Yeah, we were plain old lost. What? That's so stupid. That's so dumb. Oh, that's a shame. 200 years ago, that's around the time the fisherman rights movement started to gain ground. This might be a reference to chapter 620. That's what I was thinking too. I didn't know the exact chapter, but that's around the time, I guess, when the queen of Ryogu started doing her thing, probably. So you're saying that robot climbed the red line? That's wild, man. Most likely. So they're being told the same thing in a different place. I created Vega Force 01 based on what I learned from it. But I lack the scientific prowess to reverse engineer every aspect of it. Bro, Frankie looks hard, bro. I like that. I like how he hasn't looked this like serious since we've seen him. I like it. It looks really tight. It's difficult to believe that this mechanized soldier was made over 900 years ago. Yeah, because your tech seems like it far surpasses it, but you can't recreate that. That's saying something. What was tech like back then? Tech is going to play a huge factor in the end of this. And we all got out of the mindset of tech because of Wano. Wano was very primitive compared to this. And I honestly think it's really cool that we go from feudal Japan to futuristic, which is past, like Atlantis. There's something even you couldn't recreate. It's power source. In the past, they had a power source that would upend our modern ideas of what's possible. It's like Atlantis and the crystal. Well, at any rate, it's good to know Luffy and the others are okay. Who's that girl, though? That's Jewelry Bonnie. She's a pirate. Of course Sanji knows who she is. I thought the one we saw before was a little girl. And the way Vegapunk's head works is crazy. I completely agree. I truly did a terrible thing to Bonnie. Yeah, you should get down and beg her to forgive you, old man. Man, Luffy's wild. I have to say, that's one thing about Luffy I think probably most of us all like, is that he's just straightforward. You young dolt, like you know anything about it. There's something I have to give her. We're not going to see it. I don't think we will. Regardless, I feel like fate brought you here today, Straw Hat Luffy. Please, can you take me away from head? Bro, is he the next Straw Hat? Or are they going to take him somewhere else? Because I said they don't have a scientist. I said this like, I don't know how long ago. It's been since I started making YouTube videos that I thought Vegapunk had a possibility to be the next Straw Hat. And this right here is a possibility because they don't have a scientist. And what better than to have the #1 scientist in the world on your crew? That's insane. Vegapunk is the next Straw Hat. What the heck is this? Oh no. We finally get back to Cypher Pole. This is Cypher Pole. I can't even talk. We're requesting entry to Egghead Port or poorly trained pets. So this is their mask that they wear, I see. I wonder why they wear masks everywhere they go, though. Reports indicate that Jewelry Bonnie was spotted making her way here, too. That pest keeps slipping away from us. She served her purpose. Let's just terminate her on sight. Hold up. And then there's the Kuma Seraphim. What purpose? What does Vegapunk want to give her? What purpose did she serve for them? Shaka, the government ship's here. Oh, there's a government ship. It'd be bad if they found us harboring pirates. What does CP0 want with us? And why did they bring Rob Lucci? Yeah, that's a big question. I say we just hand this riffraff over. Yeah, Lilith the Evil. That's exactly what you do. You're very pirate-like. After all, that Lucci fellow is an assassin, right? What? Rob Lucci? Hey, hurry up and give us our legs back. Yeah, Rob Lucci is a serious threat, or was. And if he's in CP0, he probably still is. No, that guy's still around? You can't let them in. Don't you worry, Robin-chan. Don't you worry, Robin-chan. I'll protect you no matter how many times he comes back. I definitely think now Sanji could beat past Lucci. Yeah, I believe so. Very much so. But I don't know about now because we don't know if Lucci's got a power-up. Tell them to hand over the Seraphim and leave. We're declining their request to dock. Huh? I doubt agents of the world government will respond well to that, so prepare for battle. So you're just buying yourself time. We're finna get into the battle. We finna get serious in here. Oh, Kamabaka Kingdom, Grand Line, Dragon-san. Kuma-san's acting weird. Kuma-san, wait. We're trying to repair you. Kuma-san, what's wrong? Is he still being controlled by the Navy? Bro, look at all the contraptions on him. Kuma-san, where are you going? Bro, he just takes off. You're in no state to be moving like that. You're still not yourself. What's with him? I don't know. Kuma, bang. Oh, he blew a gasket, seems like. Kuma-san, come back. Talk to us, Kuma. Where do you want to go so bad? Stay with us. We are not done fighting. The Revolution Army is just getting started. A mad dash to nowhere. Yeah, break next week. I figured we had break next week because we've had 3 weeks in a row. Okay. Is this going to be one of them things where Vegapunk... we still haven't found out why he protected Luffy's ship for 2 years. We still haven't figured that out. Is this going to be part of the thing that he was programmed with too? I'm so glad, because I've loved Kuma since we seen him in Thriller Bark. I have loved him. I thought his Devil Fruit power was cool. I thought he was cool as a person, even though there is not much of a personality, but there is, you know. He's been shrouded in mystery like Shanks this whole time a little bit. And now we're getting to see him, and he's getting to... I guarantee he's going to Egghead. I like how each chapter leaves you with like, okay, what's going to happen? Like, what does he want to give to Bonnie? You know, and then prepare for battle here, you know, that's, and then what purpose did Bonnie serve for them? Did they just follow her here? Was that their purpose? Her purpose? What would be cool was to see Kuma fight his Seraphim and beat it. And if not, even if he lost, we're going to see some Seraphim fights here. I'm telling you, we're going to see some serious fights. I really, really think we're fixing to see this. What we're fixing to see with these fights, I believe, is just going to be a inklet, like a droplet of what's to come for Battle's final arc. I think this is just going to be the setup. Like, okay, here we go. Here's this. This is what kind of battles you can expect, and they will progressively get better. I think that's what we're going to see from here on out. That gets me so excited. Oh my gosh. We're going to go to the color panels. And it's the cover this week. That's really freaking cool. I like that. I really like Caesar's colors. I really do. Him and them fighting each other. That's wild. And then another colored panel. It's got all 6 of them here. All the Vegapunks. That's cool. That's what's up. Oh, Edison. I like his colors. It's all that blue with the green. And then I really like their colors. Like, they look really nice. Like, I like their colors and design. They look really cool. I really like those. Man, a lot. Like I said, I've said this every chapter. Every chapter is just, like, consistent. Like, I really believe Oda when he said this is One Piece. Because he's just going off. That's all there is to that. He's just going off at this point, telling the story that he wants to tell. And it is paced. I feel like it's perfectly paced. And I believe next week, if not next week, the next, we will get into beginning battles. And I cannot wait. Finally finna get into some action. Oh my gosh, man. I don't even know. Like, this chapter was amazing. 10 of 10. Every chapter has been 10 of 10. They ain't been nothing like Wano where it was like half the chapter was flashbacks of something we've seen 5 times. We've seen stuff and known stuff about the Void Century, but it tells it in a way that's new information and in a different way, not just repeating itself. So this has been perfect. This is perfect storytelling. This is peak Oda. Guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you like the video, like, subscribe, pass the channel on to your friends, get them to subscribe, comment down below what you think of the chapter. And until next time, guys, peace.